Hey collective, let's get some messages for the 25th. This is June 2022, and this is collective consciousness energy. What is going on? What is the situation today, collective? Please God, clear, concise messages on a 3. Thank you, amen. All right, what is going on? What's the situation today, collective? All right, 7 of Pentacles coming up. We saw him yesterday and maybe the day before too. So this is just, in a nutshell, this is just impatience. Wanting something, knowing that there's a natural progression, something growing, something, whether it's a learning phase, a health, a program, some efforts, investment, whatever it is here, building. This is all taking time because it's 3D, and some things have their limits when it comes to this earth energy, but it doesn't mean that it is stalled, okay? It's very different, say, than something that's stalled, say at a 4, or even at a 5 where there's a loss. This is nice. You have something to look forward to. You're just sort of like, there's expectant energy here as well, I would say. In that sense where you're definitely expecting something to come in, but that's what's causing the impatience here. All right, what are you or the other person's thoughts about the situation? You or the other person's thoughts. So I take face up cards only. Thoughts. You or the other person's thoughts about the situation. All right. There's that 5. I was thinking about the 5. Well, I mentioned the 5 of Pentacles just a moment ago. So here in the thoughts about the situation, we have the Emperor and the 5 of Swords. So yeah, some discord here. Say, arguments, a little bit of chaotic energy with communication probably, but thoughts, thinking, beliefs, that type of thing here with the 5 of Swords. And we have Aries energy or boss energy. This is, the man. This is divine masculine energy, right? If it isn't an Aries that you're dealing with, it could be just a divine masculine male, or someone who's in the driver's seat in terms of, being the boss, the head of something, the CEO, the bigwig here. So, and, the 5 of Swords is looking right at him here as well. So this could be about expecting these types of things around this situation, around this impatience. Maybe expecting communication here, or expecting sort of a winning-losing feel, right? We've seen before the artwork here has these sort of hunched over shoulders, right? And this guy maybe looks a little bit amused or self-satisfied, but it's not winning any favors. It's not really a favorable energy. Yes, you may win something here, but it's not really favorable. So it also could just be simply arguments here. It could also be petty arguments, because the major arcana showing up here in the thoughts about this. It could even just be your thinking about this as well, right? So maybe there's an opportunity here in our thinking collective to use some perhaps receptive energy and not like force energy. Here we have fire and then air, and those are masculine energies. Yes, in our thinking, but that saying, you draw more flies with, honey? Okay, whatever that saying is. You gotta be sweet here. So this is interesting what's going on in the thoughts, let's go into the feelings. What are you or the other person's feelings about this situation? This is also an element of low self-esteem. There could just be a feeling of, defeat. Feeling defeated here. But it's boss energy, so let's see. Let's get some more cards here. You or the other person's feelings about the situation. And the situation today will be the Seven of Pentacles. All right, so we've seen death a couple of days ago. We saw the King of Wands here yesterday. So, I mean, these are close readings, right? They're day after day after day. So some of this energy from the day before can be blending into today. It is a strong energy. This is the first time we're seeing the Emperor in a long time, though. So there's definitely like this divine masculineness showing up here, especially in terms of this heart. Now, I say that with this transformation regarding indecision and impatience now. So now there is something, there's definitely more of an element, this sort of, low self-esteem feel here that's coming out because of this indecision in the heart. And it's around, this transformation is around, Leo rules the King of Wands, and this is this heart space. It's the sun. It's ruled by the sun. It's happiness, children, joy, delight, creativity, that type of stuff. And it's fixed. This is both fixed energy here with Scorpio ruled death card, right? You could be dealing with those signs here as well. So we have matching elements here in the heart and the mind, this decision making around this maybe low self-esteem or argument, disputes, right? Whatever that dispute is. If this is a love or romance reading for you, this could be about just someone here. If there is a divine masculine involved, especially, this is indecision based on lack of self-esteem. It's not even about you. And it's not even, like, the indecision is kind of, like, no offense if you're cross-watching, but it's kind of, like, dumb at this point because, like, it's torture anyway. Like, you might as well do something about it, but there's almost, like, this in the heart space is gonna, this is what it's forcing you to do, sort of face it. It's like, oh, the indecision is becoming more of the decision. It's like, okay, well, now you're deciding to be undecided, if that makes sense. So, yeah, like a clear decision needs to be made here, one or the other. For a path, like a truth, right? Okay, so that is, yeah, if it is any other area of your life, this is a general reading, so apply it as you see fit. If this is in any other area, particularly as the situation indicates, the world of the 3D, the practical, what we do day to day, money, finance, everything else, food, life, death, right? All these processes and patience involved. Like, this is literally growing things. It's growing, say, fruit, or it's growing vegetables. And you can't just, tap your watch and expect something to grow. You have to nurture things here. You have to pay attention and, what are you getting back for what you're putting in, essentially. So it has to be worth it for you. And yeah, this could be part of the decision making here. Let's see what the most probable outcome is for the situation. Collective, what's the most probable outcome here for the situation? Facing up only. please. This is actually so nice to see. Look at that. Most probable outcome here. What a beautiful deciding factor. Good job. I love this collective. This is beautiful energy to end on. This Page of Cups, this sweet offer. This is usually a proposal or an apology. Could be a little of both. But definitely if there is any discord here, this is a truce. You could be dealing with a water sign individual here as well. There could be a child involved here as well, if I didn't already mention an older male fire sign. A lot of passion here. Aries is also a fire sign. 1st house, 5th house indicated here, 8th house indicated here with the Death card. With total transformation, something will never be the same again, right? Very transformative, but I love this because this is essentially really sweet news, and it has that artistic, creative endeavor built into it. So it's quite positive. Yeah, like I say, the decision is made here already. Very intense energy coming out. We're going to look at some supporting cards for the reading today. I just feel like there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of, yeah, it feels like a big day, big changes. There are a few major arcana showing up. So, interesting. We'll see how it plays out. You know, heart space here, especially around impatience, being patient with yourself ultimately, right? The child within, or the child in someone else as well. Like if there is a level of maturity that needs to be had here, right? Then very interesting. Let's look at external energy. This is, when I look at the top 3 cards, this is really just speaking to what could be happening externally to the situation and everything I've already mentioned here in either people or events or, you know, vibrations or things that could be available to you here. Queen of Swords, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Swords. All right. So we have a lot of Swords energy coming out, and it's funny because we weren't seeing a lot of Swords energy over the last few days. We were seeing it in pockets here and there. We saw the 3 of Swords in the heart space a couple of days ago, so we knew that that was this tough sort of reckoning energy. Some Hangman going on. Here we see this discord with the over and out, the Death card and the 10 of Swords showing up again, right? This total collapse. Now, swords are always about communication, whether it's your ideas, knowledge, what you say to others, your inner voice, you name it, okay? Anything having to do with that. It's air quality. It moves very fast. And with these guys, so we have Libra energy over here, Taurus here, so we have some Venus showing up with these two, and then this total collapse. Okay, this is rough. This is probably the roughest card in the deck, in my view. Kind of even surpasses, even for a minor arcana, it surpasses the Tower. Because this means you've been through it. The Tower, at least kind of like you might have been having a good time, maybe even a party when things sort of like fell apart. This is like, oh, this was like 10 swords. Like what? That's like you had to go through something a lot here. And it's arm's length. It's caused the arm's length. It's caused this initiation. There's a great understanding, a self. This is if not self-actualization, this is a learning curve that you couldn't have, that you didn't know was going to alter something. Something that you didn't know about yourself and didn't expect here to play out the way it did. You expected it maybe to play out a different way. This was a curveball for me. Right? When I was doing this reading, that's like the last card I thought was going to come out. I don't know what I thought was going to come out, but things just looked a little choppy here. So I don't know. This is a really nice way to end it. And with the major arcana sort of, blanketing this other energy here, this isn't someone who isn't feeling or full of feelings or interested in communication or even forgiveness. This is someone who has already been through so much BS that there's no way this person has you or the other person here, or this is what's going on around you or available to you. This person has learned, I would say, a very valuable lesson here. And it is about valuables, right? But initiation also includes, this is religion and tradition. Okay, here in the Hierophant. And it's also a marriage card. So the divorce queen is sitting, opposite of the Ten of Swords. What can you say? It's cold. But it's over. So healing is in order, that's for sure. And, you're doing what you need to do right now here in this mental space, and I can see that now. And I said earlier, I was just like, oh, maybe, try to be more receptive here, but I see now why you have to do this. It's almost like there has to be this sort of rigidity right now, maybe to pull through something as well. Here in the subconscious energy for you or the other person, 7 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands. I had 9 of Wands energy on my mind about 2 days ago, and then we started seeing it yesterday, and here he is again. Yeah, not unexpected, right? Kind of can get this feel for this is what will work energy. What is it going to take? It's wounded soldier. And then we have this defensiveness over here and clinging energy in the middle. With this King of Wands here, I want to bring it back to this elemental energy. If this is a love reading, for example, love or romance, it would be this sense of not wanting to give up, but knowing full well there's a great deal of passion here. I think it could even just be like, that's the transformative part. It's like the passion here, right? And trying to cling on to that while knowing that there's a collapse here, and having to, in a way, have your cake and eat it too. But I think that's why there's this dichotomy here that's going on mentally with being tough, because you have to be tough, but like in a way, just be sure you're being sweet to the right person here, you in this situation. Yeah, and defend what's yours. Like if you have something valuable, if you feel protected over something, and you feel guarded, if that's any way that's part of this, I would follow your instincts here and stay guarded, because something can't be half-masked. It can't be half-measured here. And in your heart, actions speak louder than words. So something isn't adding up or measuring up. So we do have a couple of repeat cards here. We have, let's see, 2 4s. We have 2 7s. Yes. And 2 7s. Okay, those are the only repeat cards. At the bottom of the deck, so general energy for the whole reading, is the Magician here, right? So with the 4 of Swords. So finally we have some healing energy. We get to heal from this in our minds. Here is Mercury, and here is, it can be trickster energy, so be careful that you're not tricking yourself. And I think you could be mentally removing yourself from something, even being aware of tricky thoughts or, you know, being tricked into something here. But moving away from any of that type of energy and using almost like this brute force right now, like follow through with something even though it feels taxing. Because this minor step back, this retreat mentally from something here is going to help open up, finally open up this world where you can have the receptivity, but not in the divine feminine necessarily way here. I see why there's a toughness here. I don't see that needs to be dissuaded here. I just think in terms of, you know, being more mindful about what it is that you're directing your attention and energy and thoughts into. So less about the past. The 5s always give me past vibes anyway. They're chaotic and they're usually here and gone. So with the 4 speaking to this elementally in your mind here, you know immediately, oh, I get to change the way I think and I get to improve my life immediately. And it's very empowering here. It's extremely empowering. So that is the reading here. That's all I'm getting. I love doing these readings for you guys. I never know what the heck is going to come out. So, and I don't even know what I'm saying half the time, to be honest with you. I'm just reading the cards. That's all I'm doing. So I hope it's enjoyable. I hope that you find it entertaining, if nothing else, and at least helpful to someone out there. Until the next one, take care, everybody, and bye for now.